Going on, everybody? Joshua here again, reasonably prepared. As you can see, it is bright and sunny out here right now. Not really a cloud in the sky, but we just got alerted through the National Weather Service stuff that there is an extreme tornado warning in our area from like 7 o'clock to midnight tonight. So we're going to take some precautions to get ready for said tornado. Here we go. Okay, so one of the first things I'm going to do is grab any debris that could fly into the house. So I've got some, the lawn furniture, any tables we might have. So when you've got an emergency coming up, like a strong storm or tornado, one of the first things you're going to want to do is what they say, batten down the hatches. So I've got a table out here that I use for when I'm barbecuing. We've got our rocking chairs and pillows out front. There's some lumber over here. So the first thing I'm going to do is just run outside and make sure all of my fly-aroundables are cleaned up. So I'm going to do that now. So the next thing I'm going to do here is I've gone through the house and most of the rooms, we keep flashlights, okay? Headlamps and flashlights. Let it be known, I fully recommend keeping an abundance of headlamps over flashlights because they're so much more convenient. You can wear them on your head, keeping your hands free, but it's still important to have flashlights. So I'm going through where we knowingly keep our flashlights and I'm making sure that they work. And doing that, lo and behold, I found a flashlight. It was one of these. So I found one that's not working. So this is gonna afford me now, while it's still nice, it's gonna afford me the opportunity while it's still nice and still daylight and I'm not depending on it immediately to change the batteries out and get this functioning so it's ready to go when we need it. So the next thing I'm doing here in preparation for a storm that we know is on the way, that is imminent, is I'm gonna go ahead and check and make sure all the batteries and my flashlights function and we know exactly where they are in case we lose power and it goes completely dark. So number 2, man, grab those flashlights, make sure they work. I'm gonna change the batteries in this one. All right, the next thing I'm doing is I'm down here in the basement and I'm checking on my water supply. I want to make sure that we do have water, that it's clean. I carry both non-potable water for cleaning and then potable water for drinking. Right now I've got about 15 gallons of non-potable water or potable water, and then this many gallons, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 gallons down here in cans. And then we have another 20 gallons in another location that we keep. We're constantly adding to our water supply. Optimally, I like keeping 2 gallons per person per day for 3 days of drinking water. While it's nice, before the storm comes, I'm just double checking, make sure the water is here and I don't need to make a quick run to the store, which, the reason I keep it here is to mitigate having to go to the store. Just checking up on it though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and I'm going to actually unplug all my electronics. My computers, the TVs, any major electronics that you don't want to get zapped if you have a power surge. You're going to want to unplug them. And I know there are surge protectors out there that say they'll protect against a certain amount, and they're good to have for sure. But if you know a storm is coming, just unplug your electronics and your appliances that you don't want to get damaged in case a surge, a power surge or a lightning surge happens. So that's the thing I'm going to be doing right now, is going through the entire house and unplugging anything that I don't want to get damaged that is of value to us, that is electronic and plugged into the wall. Let's do it. Okay, so another thing you can do is to go through your home if a storm is coming and close all the curtains on the windows, all the blinds, all the curtains, draw them, because it's going to create just an extra protective barrier between the glass and you in the house in case something falls and breaks a window. We've had that happen before. So I know it's not the absolute best like plywood or some heavy duty thing that's going to give you protection, but it is gonna offer another layer of protection in case some broken glass comes in. It'll kind of catch that and it'll fall instead of spreading out all over the house where you might be. Once again, in the event that a branch comes through or a window shakes loose or any number of things can hit the window and break them. So we're gonna draw the curtains and just kind of not hole in, but we're gonna draw them just to give us a protective barrier in case the wind picks up and we break a window. Okay, so the wind is actually starting to pick up some. I hope there we go, focus and lip. Another tip, went through and made sure all of the fuel in the vehicles was, adequate. They're all over half a tank, which is good in case we need to evacuate. And we have plenty of propane in case the gas to the house gets shut off. We have plenty of propane. I checked that. I pulled that out, make sure it was super accessible as well in case we needed to cook with that or light with that or any number of other things. We have plenty of propane. So these are just a few tips of things that we do during the acute type of situation. Because we keep all of this stuff on hand, it makes it a whole lot less stressful to just come in and say, where are the flashlights? And hey, where's the propane? And just make sure that it is accessible, ready to go, and we've already thought it ahead, and it makes, in the event of a strong storm coming in, just less stressful. Okay, that about wraps up the immediate precautions we take when we know a storm is coming in. Once again, don't forget to comment below. What are precautions that you take when you know something is on the way, or it's something that you know about, not something that's catching you by surprise? Don't forget to check us out on Patreon. Don't forget to check us out at reasonablyprepared.com, where you can buy our merch and any number of things. If you feel we've earned it, hit that subscribe button. Always feels good to get a new subscriber. And if you're a new subscriber, let me know in the comments below. I want to say hello to you, and I'd like to meet you, and welcome to the community. As always, just because you're prepared doesn't mean you're paranoid. All right, be blessed. Okay, so here's something that's amazing. Now, I started this episode 20 minutes ago because we got the alert and it wasn't a cloud in the sky. But I wonder if you can see this now. All of this over there are gray skies and lightning, just like that.